you're in the middle of the spring, you better get outside. Well, maybe not today. It's -1 last night. So bird bath out front kind of froze, but she's warming up. She's going to be warm in a couple of days, and you can put your plants outside. Or if you're in Costa Rica, just stretch out on the beach. And sorry, Wendy, I could not resist. Uh, Welcome to Phoenix Business Exchange. This is the East End edition on this fine April 30th, last day of April. May is rolling around the corner, and we're going to be warming up. And you know what? I'm going to share a screen, kind of get you involved. So if you don't know more or don't know enough about Phoenix, you will shortly. At least enough to where to knock on the door and get some more information. PBEX, pbex.ca is the website. Just click on in there, come on in. And if you scroll down, you see the member of the week, Steve Brennickmeyer, sorry. And Steve does artful things, everything from logos all the way around to website design. So if you want to know more about Steve, you're curious, hit Steve's e-card. And I'll cover e-cards in a little bit more in a few seconds. And here's the video of Steve walking through what he does for a living. Now, to connect with us here on this channel, on this Zoom link, we have these little red links. All right, Monday morning is Bell's Corners. Today, East End, of course, 8 to 9 Eastern. Thursday, same thing, 8 to 9 Eastern. Come on in and click, and we'll welcome you. If you got a business, it's a good way to promote it. We meet on May 6th, so that's going to be next week, Tuesday at 7 p.m. It's about staying on top of your goals. It's an accountability group. Penny Prevo runs that, and she keeps you focused on it. It's not so much to be like a mother hen pecking at somebody. It's more like to help you stay, true to what you have to do, whether it's business goals or personal goals, weight loss, any of that stuff. East Trade Winds every Tuesday, 8 to 9 Eastern Standard Time. Free to attend. Come on in. We meet with people across Canada. And maybe some people from Costa Rica, if they're so inclined, they can roll on in. Mind you, I understand that it's a little earlier at 8 in the morning. So, but if you have time on Tuesday, come on in. On Friday, tuning in with Tony. Listen, if your week's been stressful because you haven't been at a beach all week long, hey, Tony can give you that mental beach land and put you in that kind of that headspace. And then we got Penny Lee, who has movement is medicine classes, NEA classes. So, relaxing the mind. And this one, it's about stretching your body and making sure you stay healthy. And there, we'll look at that. A Friday potluck. That is in person, by the way. So you can try Zooming, but it's not going to work. And it's at Penny Lee's place at 6:30 p.m. South End Group is meeting on May 29th at 7:30 a.m. So instead of clicking that Thursday link on the 29th, it's in person at River Lounge. And now QR directory. You hear someone talking today and you go, geez, I want to know that person. I want to know more about it. Maybe I need a fireplace. Maybe I need my AC tuned up. Who knows? But you know what? If you see Matt, I'm sorry, I'm just trying to let someone come in here and my mouse is not fine. There we go. Sorry. If you want to find out what Matt can do for you, because, Arizona HVAC is out there, you can come on in and, find that information quick and easy. Canada Food Cupboard. That's the charity we're supporting this year for the golf tournament. We'll get into that a little bit later on. The QR code, you see one over my shoulder. And that's just another quick and easy way to find out more about the person. It reduces the friction touch point. What does that mean? It means someone looking at that, if they need to do a work with you, they can connect with you on that and get your phone number, your email, whatever information you want to share. All right. Number of clients we've interacted with, 1,743 through the eCard platform. So if you're a member of Phoenix, you get this card, you get this QR code, you get the hyperlink, and it just tracks all the information where people are connecting. And the whole idea is it's part of your membership, right? It's all part about tracking and helping you connect easier. We've done over $4.8 million worth of business since 2016. Year to date, by the way, $70,345 worth of business just between the members. All right, I'm going to stop there and I'm going to stop sharing. And we're going to swing over to the educational moment. and I have that blank stare. And you know what?
Mm.
It's Mr. Sam. Mr. Sam, what can you tell us about tires and brakes and spring that we should know about?
Thank you, Bernie. You kind of surprised me there, but
Oh,
full of
you are welcome because
information.
promoting you is half the job.
I'm doing lots of tire changes these days, and well, the main thing you need to know when it comes to tires is you don't have to rush off and change those snow tires if you're not driving very far yet. It's not a rush job. You don't have to sit in line at some lubit shop for hours. If you're not driving too far, just get them changed when you can. Make sure that your tires that you're putting on are better than the tires that were on your car, because every year I find that, and actually I had that just this week. Someone brought me a set of tires that were pretty bad, and I went, nope, I'm not putting them on. So get yourself a new set of tires. Just make sure the tread is in good shape. If you need to send me a picture, I can certainly take a look at it. I did that for our son just the other day. Told him whether his tires needed to be changed or not. Make sure that the ones that you're putting on your summer tires are in good shape. No bulges in the side like I had the other day with one of them. And your snow tires, I'll give you information when it comes to whether they're good for the next winter, and I'll do a free brake inspection as I do that. So just make sure those summer tires are in good condition before you decide that, oh, let's put them on. That's it for me. Back to you, Brent.
Sam, much appreciated. Now we're going to do round robin. Hey, what are we doing for a living? What BAMs, business activity meetings, or referrals have we had happen in the last week or so? And I'm going to swing the cat around, and I'm going to start with people that are paying attention to the screen. Susan McGarry,
I knew
you're
it.
paying attention because then I'm going to be hitting Eric next. Over to you, Susan.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Susan McGarry. I'm with a company called Pure Trim. They're a Mediterranean-based company. I've been with them for over 25 years, and I'm super excited because uh, now's the time that I'm out there in front of people doing many, many trade shows and events. And one thing I've really noticed is people are really struggling with brain fog. And I know that it's something I covered when I presented last week or 2 weeks ago. And so the Cardio 9 has been a game changer for many, many people. And thank you, Tony, for the referral. We got that delivered to your friend. That was great. And I got a referral to Shane Dunya, who I'm going to get into this group. She works with Norwex. She's a new rep with them. So I've been really encouraging her to get in touch with Phoenix, and she's going to. And I also have another gentleman that I'm working with who's going to go from working with a company to full-time his own construction company. And he did my windows and he did an amazing job. He does everything. So super excited about that. And yeah, not very many BAMs, but I'll be working on that this week. Have a great week, everyone.
Susan, thank you so much. And you will notice I posted in the LinkedIn live connection. So if you want to put your contact details in there or words of wisdom with what's happening in life. And East Trade Wins, that's the hyperlink to the Zoom meeting for that. Mr. Eric Sonego, and then we will swing over to Wendy. Eric, go ahead, sir.
Good morning. Thank you, Bernie. Eric Sonego, surviving the last day of tax season. Um, Tax season for an accountant ends like a week ago. My office has to deal with the last week, which is, calling the clients, getting the taxes together, doing the billing, collecting the money that's owed to us, making sure the government gets paid. All of that I don't do. That's the people that work for me do that. So I have been, sauntering around the office, looking at everybody else work for the last week. But that's traditionally what happens during tax season. And I'll be busy next week because all of the people that came this week with their taxes, I don't do till next week after the tax season. Because if you feel that you can leave the government wait, we feel that we can wait with you. So we send a letter in March saying that April 12th is a drop dead date, and if they come, you know, near if you leave a message in my mailbox, you know, with a little envelope, and you don't even want to know, you know, knock on the door and say hi to me, and you just leave me your taxes there, and you do it like April 20th, April 29th, I call you and I say hi, and, you know, and I say, well, I'll see you next week. So that you know, because it's already too late. Anyways, we are in Canada, where, you know, you can reach me at 613-254-7310. Everything else about my firm will be on the chat box.
Eric, thank you so much. If you know someone that does driveway repairs or asphalt construction, get a hold of us through Penny Lee. And because, you know, 'tis the season to get those things fixed because the winter probably made it hard. Well, Wendy, over to you, ma'am.
Good morning, everyone. Wendy Chung, broker with Century 21 Synergy and a team lead with the Ottawa Housing Condo Group. I provide support, guidance, and solutions to people through housing. And although there's a lot of uncertainty in the market these days, you know, people still need to have a roof over their head. So please think of me if you know of anyone that's struggling to figure out what is the best way to go. I'll certainly have that face-to-face conversation with them and go through, you know, what scenarios might work for them. So in terms of VAMs, I haven't had any, except I did meet Brenda Lee last Friday. She actually stopped in to pick up a whole load of items. She made her rounds in the Orleans area. I met with her and her husband. They had a big truck. We loaded them up, and I'm still collecting more. I'm letting everyone know that if they have anything to donate, that give it to me so I can then hand it over to Brenda Lee. So I'm happy to have met her, gave her a great big hug. We really didn't have much time to talk, but definitely all in to support her. Ongoing business with Matthew Ledard. He's been helping some of my clients getting new furnaces, air conditioners, etc. And also Susan Epps, welcome back. I haven't seen you in a while. I'll be putting in an order in May. So keep up the good work, everyone, and have a great week.
Wendy, thank you so much. The next quick promo is at Hive. It's a good place to have your BAMs in person. 1745 Courtwood, just off of Maitland on the Queensway. And you know, by the way, I didn't tell you who's coming up next. Matt, how you doing? And then we'll go to Jacqueline.
Good morning, everybody. Matthew Ledard here from Arizona HVAC Services. Well, yesterday I almost turned on the AC. I went outside, opened up the doors, and it was humid. It was 24 degrees plus humidity, and I was like, holy smokes. It's almost time to turn on the AC. So, you know, you wouldn't look at it, you look out there today and it's -1, like, you know, Bernie had said there, and he wouldn't talk about ACs today, but looking at the forecast, there is stuff talking about going to be coming up in the 30s in the next couple of weeks, is what I've heard. And so that's great. Great for people that have AC. If you don't, you're going to want to call me and I can get you hooked up and we'll get you comfortable. Matthew Ledard, Arizona HVAC Services, quality you can trust, guaranteed. BAMs, no BAMs to report this week. Like Wendy was saying, ongoing business, getting one of her clients taken care of, had a furnace installed a couple weeks back, reported those numbers to Tony, and another AC sale went through just before that as well, that I think we're doing in the very near future, I think next week or so here. So yeah, so if you know anybody, please send them my way, and happy to help them out. If you're yourself looking for something, feel free to give me a call. Thank you so much. Have a great day, everybody.
Matt, thank you so much. Now comes the golf tournament nudge. The link to register for golf. It gets cheaper if you do a foursome, but it's $88 plus tax, and it's being held at the Canadian again, and it's a 9-hole best ball. If you're interested, Jacqueline, over to you, ma'am.
Oh, Matt, I totally appreciated the heat, and then this morning, not so much, because I sent out my packages, my thank yous to my clients and friends with their, oops, can you see it? With their flower seeds. And so we're all hoping that we plant them grow them and appreciate them. And that's for me to send that out simply says, how can I help you grow? How can I help you grow with regard to your next steps? Are you looking at a vacation for which we need someone to take care of it here? Or is it some renovations that you need to do on your home, which we need someone here to do that, because I will help you finance that. When you're looking for strategies for your mortgage money, you want to contact Your Mortgage Honey. Don't forget to plant your seeds. It grows.
Jacqueline, thank you so much. And so, if you need someone to cover you, if you're not available to do your present or do your in-person ta-da, Mike Wazowski, he's out there and he's available. And if the stars align, yeah, covered. And I'm going to swing over to Sam and then Carmen. Sam, over to you, sir.
Thank you, Bernie. Good morning, everyone. Sam Stores, connectedcars.ca. See my contact information. There we go. Contact information in the chat. Also known as Dashcam Sam, because my specialty is installing dash cams nice and neat in your vehicle. No wires hanging down right to the fuse panel. And make sure that you're protected in case of an accident. It'll show exactly what happened. And unbiased information will be excellent in court if you need to be there. Also do minor repairs, oil changes, brake jobs, and these days I'm doing lots of tire rotations and installs on vehicles. Besides that, tomorrow I'm going to be speaking. I was asked to speak at the meeting tomorrow, and you just might want to attend because I'm going to talk about disc brakes versus drum brakes and why you might, or someone you might know, needs to have drum brakes on the back of their car. I've done some research and experience here on it, and there might be a reason why you might want may not want to have disc brakes in the back of your vehicle. Let's see here, BAMS wise. Let's see. Well, welcome, Carmen. First of all, the meeting. I don't think I've met Carmen before, but welcome, Carmen. Eric Sonego was here. Let's see, just before the long weekend. Fixed up his car and his wife's vehicle. Shane, I gave a referral to him. He was looking for tires. I don't sell tires, but I have several people that I know that do. And he went to him, the person I referred, and he was very happy with that. Brenda Lee was here on the weekend, and I gave her my donations finally. And I actually got a hug from her as well there. Like, thank goodness my wife wasn't around at the time. Just kidding. Anyway, and let's see here. Oh, yes, Norm was here just yesterday. He asked me to look, let's see, first do an oil change on his business truck, I should say van, his business van. But he also had been referred that he needed a brake job. So I had all the brakes and everything all ready to go, front brakes on the vehicle. And lo and behold, he's my first victim of, hey, you need brakes. No, you don't need brakes. He had 8 millimeters of brakes still on the front end of his car, good for these 30,000 kilometers. So he saved himself a couple $100 worth of brake job there yesterday. Let's see, that's it for me. Sam Sturz, connectedcars.ca. Today's mobile electronics without the cost of the vehicle, and a heck of a lot more.
Sam, thank you so much. Next item, men's casual and formal clothing store retailer. So we're looking for that. And again, any retailer would be handy, but in this case, we're just seeking out specific. Have them reach out to Penny Lee. Carmen, welcome. Tell us a story and post your contact details in the chat, and go ahead.
Will do. So thank you for the welcome. For those who don't know me, my name is Carmen. I am the founder of Carmen K Naturals. So I handcraft skincare. Most of my skincare starts off with tallow. For those who don't know what tallow is the suet around the kidney. I render it a minimum of 4 times. Most of them average 6 to ensure that it is pure and creamy. Tallow, for those who don't know, is packed with skin-loving vitamins. It's a very unique profile, matches to the skin, and it absorbs beautifully. I also add different botanical organic oils to it, and I make different things from lotions to balms to hair to things for your pets, for dogs, for paws and noses, healing salve, So yes, tons of different skincare products. If you're looking for dry skin, your hands, your face, your hair, I take care of it. So I have delivery across Canada as well as pickup between Elmont and Carleton Place, or I have regular meetups in Canada and Nepean. That's it for me.
Carmen, thank you so much. And the product, how does it come? Is it in a jar? Is it a tube?
Most of my products are glass jars, amber in color, so that the sun doesn't deteriorate. I try to stay away from plastic, but I do have a few, like my scrubs, that are in plastic.
Excellent. And what's what's the price point on some of the product?
So my Day Bomb, which is a 4 ounce, or any plain whipped tallow, is 25. Up into my most expensive is 40. That is a like retinol product, and a little goes a long way. So when you're talking for your hands, you would use less than a pea size. It's amazing how much it goes. And my most popular product is my little 2 ounce, and I say 2 ounce tin containers for $15.
Carmen, thank you so much. Mr. Tony, what's happening in your neck of the woods?
Well, thank you very much. And let me just, thank you very much, Bernie. You guys can hear me okay?
Yep, you're good.
And okay. Hi, everybody. Tony Jennis from Higher Self. I'm the spirit guy of the group. And yes, if you want to keep cool, yes, you go visit Matt to get a air conditioner, or you can get yourself a motorcycle. I can hardly wait for that to happen this season. So yeah, this Sunday I'll be teaching another class. It's an angel reading class. And it's actually had a couple of business people get this on the last one. This will be part 3 of a series of 4. We're going to be talking about how people can scam you, and basically how you can get a reading on that, because they have certain mannerisms that if they have intentions to take your money, that you can look for. One of them is sneezing. One of them is if another one, we talk about it in several different ones. But it's all about reading the energies around you. And although, yes, you can use it to get readings for other people, but we talk about very real life stuff that are very applicable to business. So this will be a part 3. If you want to get part 1 and 2 just to catch up, that's fine. But I'll be doing that this Sunday. So we have quite a good international group coming in for that. And this Friday, I always do a online tuning class, and it's a meditation for 1 hour, 1:30 to 2:30. And for the first time last week, we went live. We've been doing this for over 4.5 years, and we just got pushed to do it live now. And that way, it's live on Facebook and on YouTube, and so on. So if you want to catch that show, you can do that and watch it and that kind of thing. But yeah, we're going to be talking about in this show the concept of waiting. We wait for everything. We wait for the bus. We wait at the doctor's office. We wait for people to sign into things. We're always waiting to do something. And actually that lowers our vibration. It brings it so we're always waiting for someone else to do something, which isn't good for your energy. So we suggest a number of things you can do so that it's actually profitable and beneficial. One thing that I used to do when I was in business is anytime I would mop the floor, that's when people would come in with their boots. So it's in other words, you're not waiting for customers to come in. The concept is to keep busy doing other things and just don't worry about the clients that'll come in. And that concept works very, very well. And so we're going to be covering that this week. So if you want to know any more about the angel class reading or anything else, if you want to come in for a tuning session, let me know. Be happy to give you one in a BAM. There's no charge. If it's a member of Phoenix, be glad to give you a sample of it. Takes about an hour or so, and come to me totally stressed, because you won't be leaving with it. So if you come calm, you'll be leaving calm. You won't know the difference, but come stressed if you can. Tony Jennis from Hire Yourself. We are here to raise your spirits.
Tony, thank you so much. And by the way, you can see Tony without being stressed, though. You don't always have to wait because he does like smiling faces. Jordan, welcome in. And, we're just kind of doing the round robin. Hey, who are you? What are you? What's up? And over to you, sir.
Thanks. I got the late message from my dad, so I joined in. But no, Jordan Sturz here. My dad's the owner of Connected Cars. I work in Peterborough for a moving company, McWilliams Moving and Storage, where my main job is working on commercial jobs, office jobs, anywhere that wants to move and relocate around the surrounding area or in Peterborough. Another part of my job, as it's a family business, I own a lot of hats. I work at property management and I maintain all the buildings. So we got hit with a pretty nice ice storm here a few weeks ago. And the last 3 weeks have been nothing but chainsawing and just making sure our buildings are structurally sound.
Jordan, thank you so much, and good having you in. And thank goodness Dad's got you kind of snappy into place. It's good to have you here.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, post your information in the chat there, Jordan.
I will, for sure.
Whatever, phone number or email or whatever.
All right, folks, and for myself, Creative Insight, I connect people. I'm Business Concierge. We have a podcast called Knack for Business. We're getting about 5,000 downloads a week now, so we're really cruising, and so that doesn't hurt. Also involved the Property Wizard podcast, and it's about understanding what's involved in the investing in real estate, commercial or otherwise. And of course, there's these trade winds. I've you'll see a link in there for past presentations. And sometimes we look for presenters in there. And it doesn't necessarily mean you're going to service everybody. Like, you can come to the East Trade Winds. You may not want to deal nationally with everybody or international, but sometimes there are resources that pop up in these meetings that you might find handy and useful for you. Speaking of a very resourceful and handy person to know, Susan Ebbs is the presenter today. And Susan, the floor is yours.
Okay, thank you so very much, Bernie. And it's great to see a few new faces and a few not so new faces. Okay, my name is Susan Ebbs, and I work with a company called Melaleuca.com. And we specialize in non-toxic cleaning products. And so I thought today I'd talk about enzymes. These help us with cleaning and make things more safe and effective. Our line is called EcoSense, and we use Mother Nature's natural stain removers to help with our laundry and our dishes. And so we need to keep these machines in working order and clean themselves. So enzymes are found abundantly in nature. So it's a natural product, and it breaks down the stain without harming your clothes, and getting that pill on it when you wash your clothes, which deteriorates your quality of your clothing and shortens its life. You can get clean without using harmful residues. You don't want that stuff on your dishes, going into the air, causing pollution. Our homes are more polluted than the outdoor environment, and this is what's causing a lot of health concerns like asthma, ADHD, autism. These ones are on the rise, extremely high. So enzymes are specialized proteins that are vital components of all living things. Plants, animals, and even our own bodies use enzymes. They're very necessary for plant photosynthesis. It's a tongue twister. As well as for digestion of food. You may have learned about photosynthesis in science class going up. So enzymes for your laundry, typically they would rely on caustic chemicals to remove the stains. And while chemical forces can be effective It can also damage the fabrics and can be very dangerous to children and pets. It's kind of silly that you put a toxic cleaning product onto your plate when you're cleaning your dishes. That is spewed out into the room as you're doing your dishes. So you're inhaling that. Oh, and then guess your plants or your dishes are now clean, quote unquote, and yet they're covered in this chemical product that you then put your food on top of. So when you stop and think about it, it's pretty crazy. So there's different types of enzymes. I'll mention a few of them. One of them is called protease, and it's found in oyster, mushrooms, papaya, and pineapples. Another one is called amylase, and it's naturally found in barley, rice, and soybeans. The cellulase found in plants, and that enzyme doesn't remove stains. Another one is mayonnaise, and it's highly effective in breaking down sugars. And the last one I'll mention is pectate lyase. I chose a great speech with a lot of terminologies, give you a little bit of education. Okay, as I mentioned to you, we have the EcoSense cleaning line. Now, if you're going to clean your washing machine or your dishwasher, there's steps to it. So you need to buy a whole package, and we have them bundled together so that you can save yourself some money. So first one you use is Tough and Tender. This is our spray bottle that you have the diluted product in. Remember, it comes in a small bottle that you put a little bit on the bottom, and then the rest is water. So this spray bottle will do 6 of the small bottles. So put this on the outside door seal to start the process cleaning your washing machine. Next step is tub and tile. Who knew that you would use something for the bathroom in your washing machine? That can be used to remove the hard water stains. Next in our cleaning process is Soluguard. Oh, I didn't get the right one. I got the Solumel, but Soluguard, it's 99% kills the germs. And that was recommended by the EPA, especially when we had the COVID. It was very effective in getting rid of the germs. And who knows what else was running around at those times. And then the last step is to put in a couple of the Melibrite oxy pads. This product opens up whitens your product, but what you're doing, this is the last step. You put those 2 pucks in and run your machine empty. So that just cleans the whole process. So excuse me, I'm still with my spring cold here. So that is the basic process of what you go through to clean either your washing machine or your dishwasher, and that gets it ready to, and that should be done about once a month. So just to keep it in running order so that mold and mildew don't accumulate in the machines. So if you are interested, we have a whole book that explains these steps and others, and just helps you to clean your home and make sure that things are done in certain order. And this is a perfect time to start this process, I think it's spring. I'm not quite sure. Mother Nature is on hormones or something. I don't know what's going on with her. One day we've got winter, and then the next day we've got summer. You don't know what clothes to wear. But this is the process that we should start, and we should be airing out all of our curtains and rugs and all this sort of thing. So Susan Ebbs, melaleuca.com, and we have a preferred membership that we offer to people, and I can explain that to you in a BAM. And what else? I think that's about all for my information for today. So if you're interested, text me and I can send you along the link for that cleaning handbook. And let's see, ongoing business with Wendy Chung. Well, Wendy's coming back. She took a hiatus for a couple of months. And who else? Penny Lee, ongoing business with Penny Lee. Catherine Hurd and myself, we've been trying to connect for a dam, and it just hasn't happened. She's not healthy. I'm not healthy. We're going to get together. One of these days, we're going to get together. So that's what I have to offer for you today. And put my information. Did it go in there? I'm not sure if it's working. So does anybody have any questions?
Go ahead, Sam.
Thank you, Susan. I do have a question here in regards to our front load washer. I was doing some wash the other day and I noticed some mold growth along the rubber liner on the inside, just inside the door.
Yeah.
Any idea what I should use to get rid of that mold that's starting to grow?
Okay, so first step would be to clean, there's a filter, I think, on the bottom of the dishwasher. You should, there's a food trap.
Not a dishwasher, it's a clothes washer.
Oh, clothes washer. Okay, sorry. Okay, so what you'd probably need to do then is the Solumel to get rid of the smell. It kills everything though, that Solumel. But the SoluGuard is the one that will do the cancel out the mold, stop it from growing, and you should just be able to wipe it with a wet cloth, and that should eliminate it. And you can do this process that I just outlined here today too, because it's necessary to keep your machines. Oh, and the other thing too, I think there's a lint trap with washing machines too, and that always needs to be emptied and blown out. And the hose at the back, it collects dust, and it needs to be blown out every so often. So disconnect your machine and then blow, vacuum out the thing. So it's an ongoing process, keeping all of our machines in working order. But those two steps should take care of that problem right away.
Yeah, Susan, a quick question. Is Solumel good for skunks? If the skunk sprays the dog,
oh dear,
in the mouth or something, and will it get the smell out of that? That's sort of real life stuff.
I think it could be very helpful because it's good on pet stains, getting rid of the odor, and it also helps the animal not want to go back to that spot. So I think it would be quite useful.
Okay.
On skunks. I can double check that for you.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Good.
Tony, are you indicating that the pet has been squirted or the location has been scented? So
if the dog runs after the skunk and gets sprayed, it's
okay. So a mixture of Dawn soap, peroxide, water. The peroxide eats the oils from the. There might be stuff that Susan has, but having gone through that 3 times with the dogs twice and the cat once, that solution works really good. And we won't come visiting you in person for a BAM for a while. Just FYI, I'm just going to let you know that.
Or we could come and you could show us at a distance.
Yeah. I could show you in an open field where there's lots of wind.
Yeah.
We used tomato juice on our dog and water.
Yeah,
I tried that on the cat. The cat looked like a murder cat. No, he was really upset with me.
Yeah, we tried tomato juice, antipasta, anything. Tomato isn't the best.
Just look up the Dawn soap peroxide recipe and
Dawn
water.
Soap peroxide and water.
The peroxide actually eats the oils in the from the dog's collar. Got it? You can actually see it sizzling up the. Anyhow, it worked. It trust me, we wanted to resolve the scent issue faster than most things.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, good.
Yeah. So any more questions?
Yeah, Susan, if how quick does an order take to get processed?
Typically about a week. Normally we like to work with people as preferred customers. That way you get 30 to 40% reduction in the already reduced price. But I do one-up orders that I just add to my order. So I'm typically ordering at the end of the month, and then it's like within a week it's in my hands. So I've had it even come in 3 days, so but I don't want to guarantee that. We normally say a week.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You know, you're speaking of odor, I remember going in, I used to be in the moving business there, Jordan, and I remember going into a job where the lady had 43 cats in her basement. Some of them were dead, and the smell was just unreal. We could have used a lot of Solumel then. Yeah, that was I'm not sure if you ever had that, Jordan, where it was that bad where the guys couldn't go in the house, you know?
We've encountered a fair share of those, and then we've encountered where you go into office spaces and there's been mice or rats, and that's toxic, right? Like that, their stuff is. So we just say, sorry, this has got to get clean first before we can touch it.
Yeah,
because it's a safety thing, right? I don't want to get my crew involved in things that they don't want to touch. But you talk about animals, but there's people who have
yes,
the smells and odors of things where you're almost amazed, and you're wearing a mask just because of the smell.
yeah, yeah.
Didn't you have some guy die in the back of a trailer or something like that?
Yeah, we did. My first
What?
2 weeks of working here, there was
That's not an option, is it? That's not an option you offer, right?
Was
No,
that
that's
the
not
client go into the?
No, we had a either I think he was a homeless guy or he crawled into our trailer and the trailer doors closed on him, and then we found him a month and a half later opening up a trailer, and there was the blowflies. They were dead, so he was in there for. You want to talk about a smell? We just donated that. We put that trailer at one of the camps for one of the guys that's a hunter, and he just let it open up, and as long as he can get the smell out. But yeah, that did happen.
Oh.
Well, yeah.
Well, okay.
Options.
Lots of Solumel there.
Yeah.
Oh my God. That's a new one.
So I'm just going to share. Go ahead.
I was going to say, hopefully Jordan will be playing for the Ottawa Black Bears next season. I'm pushing him hard to be traded to the the Ottawa team from Philadelphia, so we can be. I can watch him here in Ottawa instead of on TV.
So where are you playing now?
The season's over, but I was in Philly.
Philly. Okay.
So then now this night in the summertime, I play for Peterborough. So it's like where everyone who plays in the Winter League goes and plays for their kind of local team. So now the plan is hopefully I'm a free agent this year. So hopefully sign with Ottawa. And it's a better commute than getting on a plane every Friday. So.
Absolutely.
All right, I'll close this off with a quick quote. Success is not what you have, but who you are. Bo Bennett.
That's